Hi everyone, I'm Phil Bliss, President and CEO of Canada's Entrepreneur, coming to you today from Toronto. Today, we're going to kind of get off into something new and pass on some marketing tips. Basically, what we're going to do today with some guests is look at the state of email marketing in 2025, some trends, some benchmarks, and maybe some surprises. What's really surprising to me is that over 4.4 billion people check their email inboxes. This data shows that email is still one of the most widely used communications channels worldwide for e-commerce businesses. This means access to a massive audience that's ready to engage with your brand. This data shows that email firmly remains one of the most widely used communications channels globally. In fact, according to a recent Omnisend report, email marketing performance continues to improve, with email campaign click-to-conversion rates growing by 27.6% in 2024. So let's go over to a session I did in Toronto, where I met some of the leaders of the Cyber Impact email marketing team and got some really good email advice. Hi everyone. If you're using email as a marketing channel, you need to stay abreast of the latest email compliance changes to avoid a negative impact on your campaigns. Today, Jeffrey Blanc, General Manager at Cyber Impact in Montreal, hey Jeffrey, is going to talk about that. Cyber Impact is Canada's leading domestic brand email marketing platform. So, Jeffrey, why don't you fill us in on the latest rules and compliance on the email marketing road?
There's a couple of things in Canada. It's not new, but we still have to comply to the castle and people depending on which province you are. So definitely, making sure that you have express consent with all of your clients or in your database. So that is like super important. But the latest is more technical, and it's on the side of deliverability and spam. There, it's more on. It was like given like a year ago, or approximately a year ago, with Google and Yahoo new requirement as well. They're requiring for you to better authenticate your message, but also to send relevant message to your database as well. They're looking into, mass mailing, anything that is fishy or spam or anything like that. There, it's really something that systems are looking more and more there.
Convert more leads with Cyber Impact targeted emails. Get 25% off for 6 months. Sign up now. If you're running campaigns into Europe, into the US, are there any kind of government compliance rules that you got to be aware of?
It's always where your data information is located. And I'm not meaning like where the server is, but let's say if you have in your database information about, or let's put it that way, email addresses that belongs to users in France, you have to be GDPR compliant, even though if you're sending from Ontario or Quebec. Same thing for United States, you have to be more compliant. Well, you have to be compliant depending on which state you're sending. Now in the States, there's like, I think only California that has like a stricter rule. But in Canada, it's like really important because in Quebec, we have the new Law 25. And even though if you're in Ontario or British Columbia, you have to comply, to that law there, especially if you're sending information to Quebec resident.
So you got to be careful, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you got to be careful, but you have to know. So it's not doing business or sending emails in a free-for-all mode there. You have to really make sure that you clearly understand the different laws that apply. And especially with GDPR, that is something that is closer to the Law 25. And GDPR is very strict. So if you have any information about, European users, you have to make sure that you comply to it.
Cool. Thanks for the update, Jeffrey. Really, really good. Our audience at Canada's Entrepreneur needs to know this stuff so they do things right. Okay, so thanks for the latest info on email marketing.
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you. This has been a great news feature in the marketing section of Canada's Entrepreneur, and hopefully all you entrepreneurs out there are helped this time by the Cyber Impact email marketing team. Expect more input on how to make your marketing work, get you the leads you want, do the things that you need. Thanks for listening to Canada's Entrepreneur, where we bring you the news, the information, and the marketing tips that you need to grow your business. I'm Phil Bliss. See you all soon. Convert more leads with Cyber Impact targeted emails. Get 25% off for 6 months. Sign up now.